right. Hey, everybody. All right. So first off, sound check, sound. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh my gosh. It's been a day. It's been a day. Okay, here we are. La la. Let me see if I'm live. I need to make sure. Say hello if you can see me. Okay, it's not showing. Uh-huh. Okay, let's try again. Oh, here we are. Okay, I can see it now. Can hear you perfectly, Janice says. Betsy, hi from Florida. Hello, ladies. Okay, let's give it a couple more minutes to warm up. I think I made a huge mistake by putting the same, what's it called? The banner, not the banner. Like I played the same video that I played with the previous one, and people got confused which video we were watching. So we're gonna give it a minute to get everybody on. Hello from Washington. Who is that? Because it's not Tina. Hi. It's not showing me your names because I'm broadcasting through StreamYard. It allows me to use two cameras. Otherwise, like if I'm just using Facebook, I can only use one camera, and then it's really hard to show what I'm doing. So I'm using StreamYard. Okay, so let's give it a couple more minutes and we will start. Okay, and I do close all my windows that I don't need. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to yell at my kids for a second to let the dog out. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm so sorry. So I'm a single momming today. I'm single momming, and so I apologize. I'll be right back, okay? This is fun. Okay. So if I haven't seen you yet, hello. Okay, let me see again. Who's with me? Who is with me today? I put in the same, what's it called? The banner, not the banner. Like I played the same video that I played with the previous one. Wow. I'm having technical issues today. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I have Betsy, I have Melanie, Tina. All right. Okay, let's paint. So we're painting Summer Night right here. Whew. Okay, Summer Night right here. Okay. And what I used for all these leaves, I used acrylic metallics colors, but you don't have to use metallics. You can also use whatever you have on hand, okay? So don't worry, this is still gonna look great. Okay. So for the background, we're gonna use some green and mostly black, and so we're gonna paint the background first, and then we're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna work on the leaves. I didn't want you guys to pre-paint black because black is just black is kind of flat and not interesting. I know it probably is hard to see because of the light, but there is different. Like I could see like close by, I can see streaks of green here, and so it kind of ties it all together. Okay. Okay. Somebody's asking, my screen is very small. How do I make it bigger? The bottom corner, the bottom right corner of the video should have like a little sign with like arrows or maybe like full screen. Try to click on that. That should help. That should expand it. I hope that makes sense, depending on what device you're on. Okay. So let's talk colors real quick because my painting is all yellows and pinks, right? And a little bit of red. But you can also do this in blues, or you can do this in greens. So just choose one group of colors and do not mix a whole lot, because once you start mixing red, blues, and yellows together, what you get is a brown mess. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind. I'm going to be using round brushes. So I have quite a few. They're roughly the same size. They say they're all different sizes on the brushes, but they're roughly the same size brushes. They're super messy. They are the round brushes that I use for acrylics. I would not. Oh, Betsy, great idea. Turn the phone landscape. Yeah. I wouldn't use my watercolor brushes with acrylics. Just kind of. Okay. And we're gonna need a flat brush, the biggest flat brush you can get just to paint your background. What else? Well, paints or water, paper towels for rinsing, and I think that's it. What was I thinking? I'm telling you guys, I'm usually not like this, but today I am there's been a lot going on. And so I'm trying to pull it all into my head. Oh, I wanted to give you a preview. Now I remember what I was doing. Ooh. So this is going to be a June painting. Keep an eye on my announcements, okay? And I am not gonna go and pull everything else out. It's all good. Okay, I can see that people keep coming. I'm just talking like for 10 minutes because it just allows everybody to come in and get situated and exhale, right? I'm sorry for making it silly, but you just have to make it silly sometimes, right? All right, so I'm gonna switch to my desk view, just here. Okay, there isn't much I can do to make it larger, really. Hold on, I know, I'm setting up the camera while I'm live. It's not a good idea. It's generally not a good idea. Usually you want to, oh, sorry, that was a drop. But I think this is closer, so that lets you see a little bit better. What do you think? Because I think this is a little bit better. Okay. What is the best size of canvas for this picture? You know what? I did the 16 by 20 for the first one, and it looked great. This one, I think this looks like probably 16 by 14 or something like this. This is just acrylic paper because I already have one on canvas. I do not want to paint it again. So the main thing is the size of your leaves. Okay. So for 16 by 20, here, I'll put it on my desk so that you can see the size. So for 16 by 20, the bottom leaves are bigger, right? And then the upper leaves are smaller. But look, see, it's like 4 fingers wide. So that probably would be about 3 inches over here for 16 by 20. And like a 1 inch, 1.5 on the top. But then I also have a teeny tiny leaves. So it really doesn't matter. Just keep in mind that probably if you paint huge leaves on smaller paper, it's just, or canvas, it's just going to look a little bit different. There's no wrong way to do this. Okay. So are you doing it lengthwise? Yes, I'm doing it lengthwise. So these are my hands right here, and my plants are gonna grow up this way. It's the best way I can set up the camera, because otherwise I have it right in front of my face and I can't see what I'm doing. So like, imagine that you're just looking over my shoulder as I'm working. Okay, does this make sense? Let's see, do we have any more questions? Okay, I am the lucky one who doesn't. Well, I do have some green. So if you have some green, use it. If you want to mix it, mix it. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of. Ooh. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, y'all. I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast. So my whole thing leaked in my box, and now there is a puddle of neon blue. Great. So I have my blue. Oh, that's going to be fun to clean. Okay. And I have my lemon yellow. I'm just going to drop it right on top because I'm going to make my green. If you're not making green, just, just pull up some green. I really like mixing colors. So that's kind of my thing. That's for background. So it doesn't really matter what kind of a green, just some sort of green. Good enough. Okay. Now, if you're painting canvas, grab your flat brush, put it in the water, make it wet, and then run the wet brush on your canvas. Help your canvas wake up a little bit, okay, so that it's not so dry. And then grab your green on your flat brush and just add some random, super random. My goal is to use up everything I have here because I don't have anything else to paint with green. So I'm just gonna cover this in green the best I can. Just going up and down, not being anything specific, there's no rhyme or reason. Just go across, up and down, cover the whole thing with your green. Okay. And then we're gonna get black, which I hope didn't leak. Oh boy. Just a little bit. Okay, you're not gonna need as much as you used green. Okay, and you're gonna use the same messy brush. And now we're gonna start adding black, like in a crisscross pattern. Just mix it in. Crisscross, up and down, like this, see? Like this. I'll go even slower. Down and flip the brush, down and flip the brush. Okay? Just keep flipping that brush from side to side and cover up your canvas. And you can decide if you want. What looks real cool is when sometimes like one corner of your painting is a little bit darker than the other one. That always looks cool. So I'm gonna leave this top corner a little bit lighter and this side gets a little bit darker. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna clean my brush. Ooh. Okay. Clean it, rinse it, and then wipe it down on the paper towel so it's not dripping. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my hair blower to dry it. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute for just a couple of minutes. All right. So this is almost dry. There's still some spots that are wet, but that's okay. And because this is acrylic paper, not canvas, it went a little bit warped, but that's okay. That's not gonna hurt anything. We'll be fine. Okay, so now let's set up our palette for our leaves. So again, you don't have to use metallics. You can use anything, okay? You can use whatever you have. I just ask that you either stick to maybe blues and greens or yellows and red or blue and yellow. Does it make sense? Because otherwise it'll all just become a big mess. So I have golden hour. So it's just a variety of goldens. Tangerine, kind of more of an orange. Papaya. Not much difference between tangerine and papaya, if you ask me. Gold. Pearl rose quartz. Magenta. What's that? Hot pink. Just shades, different shades. And pink tulip. Okay. Okay. So depending on the size of your painting, you want to choose the size for your round brush. If your painting is huge, your round brush needs to be larger. Okay, it'll help you with that. Nancy, if you're not done with black, it's okay. Just keep working. Replay of this lesson will be available right away in the group. So even if you feel like you're falling behind a little bit, it's okay. Chances are, if you're painting a 16 by 20, you will fall behind because mine is smaller and I do tend to paint fast. But the beauty of this painting is that it's very repetitive. So once you get the hint of what's going on and how to do it, you really can do it without having to watch instructions step by step. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm just going to stick to this one. It says it's number 10 and it opens nicely. So if I push it flat, see how the brush opens? That's what I want. I want it to be able to open nicely. So I'm going to wet my brush and then I'm going to dab it on the paper towel lightly. And just to help me to deal with the direction of my plants, I'm going to grab some of this green leftover and a touch of black. It won't show very well, but it'll be enough for me to see. And I'm going to drag my brush upward away from myself while twirling it, and it will help me create the stems to place the leaves on. Okay, so place it down, start twirling, and move it up. And see, it created a line for me now that I know that, okay, this is where I can put my leaves on. It will just help. So I'm just adding them at some distance from each other. They don't need to be anything perfect because they're just a hand for me. There. I kind of spaced them evenly, but I'll be adding things to it, so it's going to be fine. Rinse your brush and let the fun begin. So first we're going to paint the leaves that go in the back, all the way in the back. So they are going to be medium to small size, and we're gonna change colors without rinsing the brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna start. So I have this half circle of 8 colors. So I'm just gonna grab the first one, fill up the brush. You do not want to add a whole lot of water to this because paints can be transparent, and so it might be hard to cover the black. And just choose one of the stems that you're working on, apply, and just paint the leaf just like that. See, and done. I will need to come back to this, maybe, or maybe not. I'll decide later. So there is some stuff on my brush, but I'm going to the next color, picking up directly on my brush, moving on to the next stem. So it's going to be a random, very random placement of leaves. Okay, next color, this one's going to go on top. Next color, I think this one's going to go here. And they don't need to be perfect, just paint them. And then the next color, I'm thinking that I can just put it right here. And then grab the next one. And another. And another. So see how we're adding them randomly, right? And now, I just realized a very cool effect would be to move through these like in the same order, and it'll make this ombre effect. That would also be super cool, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just gonna go back to my first color and just add another leaf. Maybe go back and add some more paint on top of this if I'm not super happy. Okay. And then go grab another one. Hello. And just paint another leaf. And if you feel that your brush is dragging, just put a little bit of water on it and then take it off onto the paper towel. Yes, the metallics are transparent colors usually. There's just a few of them that are not very transparent. So you might want to go back, maybe add a little bit more paint to the ones that you already painted. Just let them time, give them time to sit and rest and dry. Okay. The leaves are not showing up, they are turning black. Is your canvas completely dry? Your canvas needs to be completely and absolutely dry. If this is happening while you're painting, just dry your canvas and then try again. And tell me what happens, okay, Jennifer? I did not. I didn't. Did I read that out loud? Do you know what? Okay. So, Leah, what kind of brush are you using? This is just a round brush, pointy tip. It says it's number 10, but I don't really trust numbers, which is why it's easier to show it on my hand. You can also create leaves with angular brush quite easily, depending on what you have on hand. Okay. So just like that. Okay, Jennifer, yes. Let me know, okay? Now, let me bring this up and turn it a little bit. My leaves are not perfect. Look, see, I can still get black showing through. It's hard to show because of the glare, because it's metallics, but see? So I will have to go back and add some more paint, like this one over here. There, now it shows. That's what it looks like. But if I put it all the way down, right, to you guys, it seems like, oh, it's completely perfect. How did she do that? It really is not. Okay, and so now seriously, I'm just randomly picking out one or the other color that I like, and I just keep painting leaves here and there. Okay. Sometimes it is hard to change the size of your leaf. So I would recommend maybe to switch to a smaller brush to change the size of your leaf. Okay, I missed the beginning, so I don't even know where to start. I guess we'll be watching the replay. Yeah, that's what I did the last time. Yeah, I mean, there is nothing wrong with that. You can always watch the replay. But really what we're doing here, we painted the canvas green and then we put black on top of that. And then we did like little stems so that we know direction. And now we're painting leaves, right? Just adding a little bit more color. Okay, and so now I'm gonna try and make smaller leaves with the same brush. Just as I said, sometimes it's easier to use um, to grab a smaller brush. I'm adding a little bit of water to my metallics. Makes them glide better, but I lose the color a lot when I do that. So it's kind of it's a trade-off. You don't know what's better here. I kind of tend to not want to use like I figure out that, okay, this paint doesn't make a very good color, doesn't cover very well, and I just avoid it and I use other colors that are better. There is nothing wrong with that also. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. I got carried away with gold. Gotta get another color. Gotta use different colors. Just keep adding. Super easy. Right? The yellow and oranges are very opaque. Mm-hmm. It all depends on the pigment and the manufacturer and what it looks like. See? What can I do to shape up my leaves? I'm trying, but they look like eggs. Okay, Jennifer, great question. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a sheet of paper. Here, I just have it right here. And I'm gonna rinse it. Okay, I'm gonna grab some black paint so you can see exactly what I'm doing. All right. So let's pretend this is our stem. Okay. And I'm gonna put a leaf on it. What you don't see me doing in my mind is that every leaf has the center line. So you can start with the center line. Okay. And then the top and the bottom, they're kind of shaped. Now this is exaggerated, okay? They're kind of shaped like this. Okay. So I like to start at the top of the leaf because I'm using the round brush and it's easier. So starting at the top, I'm kind of dipping in, starting like a smile, and then going up like an eyebrow arch, and then go back. This is exaggerated, but it's how I do it, okay? And then to connect, I repeat on the other side, dip, around, and come back. And then you kind of paint it in, okay? So here's another one. Start at the top. Or you can do like an eyeliner if you do wing eyeliner. Oh, sorry, gonna sneeze. Sorry. Or like when people do makeup with their eyebrows, right? So there is this arch, and then you go down, and then you go whoop, for like cat eye, right? And then you just repeat on the bottom. Whoop. Okay. And then just paint it. And let me know if this helps. Yeah. And then when you know what you're doing, you can just start at the top right here, and you just go down, curve, down, and again down, curve, down, and fill it in. Okay? Let me know. Wendy says the only metallics I have is gold and silver, so I added a bit of silver to my other colors. Huh, let me know how this works. I'm super curious. I never tried to do that. It should add some shimmer to it, right? Yep. Okay. Back to my leaves. Let's see. I have like a few bare spots here in this corner. So I'm just going to do that. What color did you start off with the first leaf? Okay, Nancy, I have this variety that I have here. It's like let's translate that into, more normal colors, not funny names. So lighter yellow, salmon, kind of salmon orange, more like a reddish orange, gold, purplish pink, magenta, more pink, brighter pink, and hot pink. Okay, and I'm just adding, like I just go one and then I take another and then I'll take another. It doesn't matter. You can start with any color. As long as you don't stick to the same color, as long as you keep using different colors, you can do. Okay. And what did I have here? I'm sorry. Jennifer, I'm going to show you real quick how to fix your leaves if you ended up with an egg shape. Let's see. Here, egg shape. You see this one? That's an egg shape. So I'm going to get a little bit of water on my brush so that my just a tiny bit of water. So my tip is wet, and I'm gonna step up a little bit and kind of extend it into a leaf. Okay? Nancy, you're very welcome. I am seriously just randomly filling in. I'm thinking, okay, I have a whole bunch of golds here, right? But nothing else. So I think that would be a good idea to add something here. And so I do. Okay. And I change color. Grab another color. Okay, I think something here would be great. Okay. And so I'm thinking, okay, this looks good. First coat, very good, very good. Okay, so now we're gonna start adding second coat of second layer, let's say, even not a coat, second layer of leaves. And they are going to overlap, and they're gonna be like looking through another leaf, like shining through another one, and all of that pretty stuff. Okay. So we want to make sure that our first layer is dry before we start putting on the second layer. Also, what I'm doing is I'm checking some leaves and I'm seeing that they are still kind of transparent, not looking very good to my eyes. So I'm going back and I'm kind of adding a little bit of paint to them to make them brighter. And then I'm gonna use a hair blower and I'm gonna dry it. I've been using the heat gun for classes a lot lately, and I noticed that the heat gun takes much longer. So just to save time, I've kept my um, I've kept the hair dryer from the paint party I had here on Saturday. So I just saved it. I kept it out, and I figured this will go faster, but it's noisy, so I turn off the sound. I mute my microphone when I do this. Jennifer says, like mine. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Yay. Oh, we have somebody from Argentina. Wow, that's a far, far away for us. What's the time difference there? Oh my goodness, it's gotta be late. It's like it's at least 4 hours. No, it's more than that. What am I saying? It's at least should be 6 or 7 hours, right? So it's like, what is it, 2 in the morning for you? All right, I'm rinsing my brush because I do not like my brush sitting there drying acrylic on it. So rinse your brush before you go for the hair blower. And I'm going to mute for just a couple of minutes, okay? All right, I'm back. Let me bring the canvas back so that you can see what I'm talking about. So look, we got done with those leaves that are all the way in the back. That's what we did, all of those in the back. See? So there's three layers that I do. We did the back. Now we're gonna start adding leaves on top and then again. Okay? So this is I think this is very relaxing kind of painting because pretty much all you're doing is adding leaves. Also, I want you guys to give yourselves permission to make paint leaves that are not perfect. They don't need to be perfect. Okay? If they look like a leaf, that's good enough. And we're gonna start overlapping. No shame, no sorry, just overlap. See, like here, just put it right on top of it. Don't worry about it. It's kind of hard to decide sometimes, right? It's like, okay, where do I put it? Right here. I think this is what makes this painting also so much fun, is all of this overlapping of leaves. And they don't even need to attach to the stem anymore, okay? So the stems were there for direction only. So, where is it? Here, see? My stem is actually all here, right under this leaf. But I just put the leaf right on top of it. It looks more natural like that. Okay. Feel free to add more small leaves also if you feel like, oh, like you look at it and you're thinking, oh, I need a small leaf here. Like, no matter what, I need it. Just paint it on there. It's fine. It's all good. It's all for the fun. Also, you can make some of the leaves, you can make them skinnier, just a little bit longer and skinnier. And some of those leaves you can make super short and stubby, you know. Just keep adding different colors. Let me know if you have any questions. What helps is to step back a little bit and look at your painting from distance and see that, maybe you'd like to add a smaller leaf here or there. Or maybe you have overpowering of gold. Maybe you've used a whole lot of gold because it looks nice, and now you're like, oh no, I don't see any other colors. So look at it and think in the terms of, do I have spots that could use a different color? Yeah, like over here, I have a whole lot of gold. So I'm going to be adding a whole lot of other stuff. Sure. And you also will get like a variety of color because you have all of this on your brush. As you noticed, I am not I'm not rinsing my brush. Okay. I am doing this from Singapore in the morning. Very relaxing. Thank you, Luba. Oh, you are so welcome. That's a perfect way to start the morning. Paint something serene and relaxing and nice colors. That's perfect. So now, right now, I am literally going down with my eyes, going down each stem and thinking, okay, does each leaf kind of have a pair or something that it ties up to? So I've been adding a second leaf. It doesn't have to be the same color. Like over here, this leaf right here, it's kind of hanging on its own. So I want to kind of add a little bit just where it is. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that yet, but it just kind of makes it visually more filled in. Okay, we're gonna put more leaves, so many leaves that we barely have any background showing through. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going and maybe add something smaller or something bigger. Just keep adding, like here, bare spot, right in there, a leaf. In the best traditions, of course, I'm getting sniffles for some reason when I'm painting online. I don't know what that is, but it's like a tradition already. If you've painted with me before, you know that at some point I just start sneezing for some reason. Never happens. Like it never happens during the day. It never happens when I paint by myself. But as soon as I go live, like 40, 50 minutes in, and I start to sniffle and sneeze. So I apologize in advance if I sneeze again and it's loud. Okay. I have a whole lot of golds and a whole lot of purples. Not much orange, so I'm just gonna go after my orange here and start adding some orange leaves just on there. Right on here. Trying to decide if I want it there or not. Sorry. Okay, so just adding a little bit of orange to the leaf that's kind of up higher. And that one, oh, that was a lot of paint. Yeah, something like that. I do hope you're not allergic to us. Oh, I cannot be allergic to you guys. That's insane, right? I think it has something to do with me being on camera. I'm allergic to being on camera. Okay. All right, so I'm just going through my leaves now, and I am thinking, okay, like this one could probably use a little bit more color. So I'm just adding a little bit more color to them. And when I'm happy with all my leaves, which I'm pretty much happy now, I'm gonna rinse my brush and we're gonna switch to white. Okay, so bring it up closer. You see there's a lot of layers, a lot of layers. And this is gonna look completely different from what I painted before, of course. Oh, okay. I apologize. I'm gonna mute for a second, okay? Okay, so we have question. I have to go over the yellow and orange leaves 3 times. Is there anything that would make it better when doing the leaves over top? Okay, so here's a trick with working with a black background. So if you're working with regular paint and you're working with your yellows, oranges, and reds, which are super transparent, it makes sense to mix them with a little bit of white. So you add a little bit of white, it kind of adds the color to it, so like blocks the black underneath, and then you can only go with 2 layers. So you would do the first coat of the color with white, and then you wait for it to dry, and then you add just the regular color on top of it, and this way at least you have to go just twice, not 3 times. With metallics though, it doesn't work that way, sadly. I wish it did. So you know what, just for the fun of it, so you guys don't have to mess up your canvases, I just put some white on my plate here, on my palette. And this light yellow is super transparent, okay? So I'm just gonna grab some white. I just want you to see what happens. Gonna grab some white and mix it in. And because it's my canvas, I don't mind doing that. And then I'm gonna add a few leaves. See what happened? The white takes over your metallics. You do not want, so I'll just add like a few of these and that's gonna be fine. I can hear, just for the fun of it. But see, it just changed the tone of the white. It's probably a little shiny, but it's not at all where I would want it to be, right? So sadly, if you're with on metallics right now, if you're painting with metallics, the only way is to make a layer, let it dry, put another on top, let it dry, because again, it all depends on the brand you're using, on the everything. And I'm sorry if it's becoming frustrating. Okay. Well, now that I did that, now I'm like, well, maybe I should add a couple more leaves like that so that it all is in within style. So I'll just grab some of this magenta and also mix it with a little bit of, ooh, that's, no, I'm not doing that. Ew. What is that? Look at this. No, 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 no. That's not, not doing that. Okay, rinse your brush. And we're gonna switch to a small round brush if you have one. If you do not have a small round brush, you can still do this with a large one. You just need to make sure to not apply pressure. You will just need to keep paint on the very tip of your brush, and you will need to be so gentle, so super gentle with your lines, because if you push too hard, your lines are gonna get too thick. So super gentle. Otherwise, just grab a small round brush. This would work. Grab some white, and we're going to paint the outline of the leaves that are on the very top of this painting first. So the leaves that are closest to us. Okay? I hope I'm making sense. So let's see. This one is going to be super close to me. So I'm going to paint around it like that. Just outline the leaf. And then I'm going to think like 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's it going? It's going over there. So I want this plant. So this leaf is in front of all the other leaves. So I'm gonna go, whoop, too much pressure. It's because I'm talking and painting. Go around. Where's my other one? This one's gonna be on top, but it's behind this one. So it's kind of look and see, okay? And it hides. And so I'm not gonna do it like that. And this leaf is right here. And I have this one. And oof, like that. And like that. Okay, this plant is definitely kind of on top. So I'm gonna get this leaf for it, or the vine, I guess. And then there's this one, right? And then that's his sister right here. So that's gonna go right here, right next to it. And then again, this leaf is on top. So we paint it first. And then the orange leaf goes right from under. And then this golden leaf grows like shows peeking right from that orange. And this leaf right here is peeking also. See? Super simple. And then I have this plant right here, which I think looks gorgeous. So here's a leaf, one. And I think this one's on top. And then this one's hiding beneath. So I'll just outline the part of it. And this one is on top, so it goes like that. Okay. And this one is going up. And then I'm just filling in the leaves that are peeking out. Okay. Oh, here I didn't finish this one. Here. Yeah. And then we can pick a few leaves that we want to just highlight one side of them, like maybe this one, maybe that one, maybe this one whole thing. I like it. Okay, and then just stop and look at it. You don't need to outline every single leaf. Just outline a few and leave a couple. And of course, I forgot about the tree branches that are behind it. See, the red ones. So we're gonna add this where we have room. So you're gonna need some red paint, just straight red, whatever, true red, cadmium red, whatever you have. We're gonna use the round brush, the small round brush. Just grab some red paint directly on. I'm gonna turn it so it's easier to drag, and I'm gonna find a spot somewhere behind the leaf, and I'm gonna twirl and drag. And I'm gonna try not to go onto any leaves. And if I do mess up and I get some, like here, I'll just wipe it off because this is all dry. And even if some, a little bit here goes on the leaf, it's good because it shows that the leaf is behind the branch this way. So just add a little bit of this, maybe here. Okay, now we're gonna add some flowers, which are super easy. We're gonna use the same brush. We have some red on it already. We're gonna dip it in the white. So messy brush with red and white together. And we're just gonna add some blossoms. And you might want to have a little bit more red or a little bit more white in your brush. That's up to you. Just 5 blossoms. And let me know if you need me to show it on a separate paper how I'm doing this. Okay? I just need one person to tell me, hey, how are you doing this? And then a couple of spots, we're just gonna put, oh, that was a little bit too much. Just kind of a petal in. Sometimes sniffles are caused by prolonged looking down. Since you're painting on the table rather than on the easel, that might contribute to the sniffles. Could be, but I always paint on the table, and I don't usually sniffle when I paint. So, appreciate the idea. Could be, but it's not the sniffles, it's the itchy nose. My nose is itching. It's not just sniffles. Okay, sorry. I guess you guys don't really need the um, details of my nose. Yes, show the flowers. Okay. Just a second. Let me grab my demo. And we're going to put some flowers right inside of those leaves. Okay. So, round brush, clean round brush. Choose 2 colors. You can do this with any colors. I really like doing, white and red, white and magenta, and white and like a sky blue, cerulean blue. Ooh, those are like, oh no, that's not true. The other one is white and phthalo blue. Those also are beautiful. But it gives the session some flavor. Oh God. The flavor of what's going on with my nasal passages. Okay, you guys. So depending on, there's like so many ways to do this, but we'll do the round brush right now. So you can just load it in white paint. I'm trying to show it so that you can see what I'm doing all the way here. So I load it with white, okay? And then I grab the other color like this. Okay. And then to shape the petal, I put the tip down, and then I just press the brush down, press and lift, and you get a petal. You see this? And I just go around, press and lift, press and lift, press and lift, press and lift, and we have a perfect cherry blossom. Yeah? Super easy. Super easy. Do not overthink this. A fun thing to do, here's a little bit more paint. A fun thing to do is to add a little bit of a turn as you go, like a little bit of like a comma, but not too much, just a little, okay? So press and to the side, press to the side, press to the side, press to the side, and press and to the side. And this flower looks alive. It looks like it's something real. And then we can, like a real flower, and then we can grab some black maybe. And boom, boom, you have a flower. Okay? Let me know if this works. Let me know if this helps. And so for the flowers that we have here, what you can do, I didn't do it on my previous canvas, but I thought, why didn't I do it? I just thought it. So you can dip the wrong side of your brush like into gold. and just add gold centers to your flowers if you want to. You don't have to do that. But I think it looks so cute. And this is it. This is pretty much all to this painting. This is all to this. All to this. All to this. All to this. So, let me see if I can remove my tape without ripping the paper, because I usually, I cannot. I need to run the heat gun on it. Where is it? I just had it right here. What did I do with it? Oh, it's in the next drawer. Never mind. Okay. This is not so loud, so I'm not gonna. So this is a trick, you guys. If you use painter's tape on paper like this, and painter's tape tends to have quite a tooth to it, even if you like put it on your pants before you put it on your painting, you know, sometimes it just does it. So apply some heat to it. Okay, it's not gonna cool off so fast. Like, especially if you like me and you like also to paint in your sketchbook. I wasn't patient enough. I just wanted it off. That's okay. Yeah, so if you like to paint in your sketchbook and you like to cover the edges of your painting, you know, this is a good trick. This is a good trick to heat up your paint before removing it. Well, here we are. Here's our painting. All right, so I completely forgot to tell you all the important things, so I'm just going to take 3 minutes of your time if you're still listening. So I'm teaching free classes in this group every second and fourth Tuesday night. The replays are made available. Lives are always available. It's just in the group. It's just like a post. You just need to find it, because sometimes it would go down after everybody shares their painting. Please do that. So yeah, next time we're painting a super cute pineapple. So go ahead and find the event and click on that and mark yourself as going, so that it would pop up in your notifications as a reminder. What else? If you are not on my mailing list, go to lubacarlson.com, and there will be a pop-up that says join my mailing list. I generally only send emails on Sundays. So you will probably get a welcoming letter and then a Sunday letter. And sometimes I would send a reminder for my paid classes, telling that, hey, 24 hours before doors closed, if you wanted to grab your ticket, do that. What else? There is a cute chicken painting coming up. It's in events, and it's also Luba Carlson artist page. It's also there. And I showed you the cute piggy, Miss Piggy, the diva. I'm going to call her the diva. So she is for June. And I think that's it. So I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely post, share your pictures. I cannot wait to see what you make. This is fun. This is good fun. And I will see you next time then. Okay? Have a good night, everybody. Bye.